We're doing a lot of work at the moment on creating some clearer narratives to help people navigate through Catalyst and make sure those user journeys are a little bit more straightforward and accessible for people. But I think that's been one of my biggest learnings, is that balance of working in this really responsive, emergent way, making that also open for more people to be able to participate and understand it.
It's a community of interconnected humans and organisations who want to make the world a better place using technology as a medium.
It's a network of people and organisations collectively shaping digital for the social sector. It's worth splitting Catalyst's work into the different phases of its operation, because different phases have achieved different things. In the very early days, where we were in a discovery phase, Catalyst established some really great methods of quickly investigating new areas when we were sort of identifying needs and gaps and challenges. And different partners would be investigating a particular field, say the collaboration between digital agencies and charities, and how to support that relationship building more effectively. We developed some really great strategies for sort of collective learning and for insight to be gathered and shared through the network. And during the pandemic, obviously we pivoted to a very different focus of delivery, primarily, and capacity building for the sector. And during that time, we managed to mobilize hundreds of different people from organizations to run services, programs, peer communities that were supporting that sector response. We awarded hundreds of grants and service contracts, which really vastly accelerated the organization's development and sort of confidence, as much as anything, in digital. The big shift that we've seen through the course of specifically the last 3 years, I think, in a mindset across the sector around open working, which is related again to this, like how we collaborate more effectively together, how we become more open in our ways of being. And we've got around 750 assets that were shared by charities in the pandemic response, which are open and sort of usable by anybody. And we've got a Medium full of published week notes and blogs by loads of different organizations.
There's been some massive wins in terms of impact, and some of the numbers are really impressive, like quantitatively. But I would like to hope that a lot of the initiative leads would have noticed the cultural shift, actually, and the values that we've been trying to embed, and different ways of working, and the how. There's a lot going on at the moment. You're probably aware that we're in a strategic review period, which a lot of other relatable funding organisations are also undergoing. There's been a lot of work on co-creating a steering group, which underpins our governance model and holds us accountable, but also is helping provide strategic guidance and support. We hope to then move into the next phase of this delivery work, depending on what emerges, in the latter half of this year following that consultation. And obviously, it's all up for grabs. We're not sure exactly what that's going to involve, but it's most likely going to have a network engagement aspect integral to that work, because one of our values is collectivism, and we don't intend to just own this as a core team. So there's lots at play at the moment, many moving parts and lots of research and inputs coming in to help us co-design this next step. And finally, we intend to continue to centre our values, inclusion, participatory approaches within the new model. They are definitely here to stay, no matter what the focus ends up being, as those elements we see them as core and central to the work.